published, 5/27 EDT, the 23rd of May 2018, updated, 10/36 EDT, the 23rd of May 2018. Paul Robertson, parliamentary assistant to Mr Lavery, made the vile jibe about the PM over the weekend. An aide to Labour chairman Ian Lavery issued a grovelling apology today after saying he wanted to see Theresa May with a noose around her neck. Paul Robertson, parliamentary assistant to Mr Lavery, made the vile jibe about the PM over the weekend. Commenting on a photo of Mrs May, Mr Robertson posted on Facebook, "She would look better with a noose around her neck." Mr Robertson is facing a slap on the wrists from Mr Lavery after Mail Online alerted the shadow cabinet member to the remark. But Labour sources suggested the party will not take any steps against the aide. The lack of action could spark complaints of double standards, after the chair of the Lewisham Constituency Association was suspended yesterday for claiming ISIS would behead an MP during an argument over whether to negotiate with the terror group. Separately, a male activist has been suspended after claiming to self-define as a woman 1 day a week in order to stand for a Labour equalities job, even though he was only doing it to highlight problems with party rules. In the messages seen by Mail Online, Mr Robertson posted a photograph of Mrs May with the comment, "Lord help us. Theresa May poised to exploit #royal wedding to unveil fleet of new peers." Another user replied, "Do you have to keep putting pictures up of that ugly harridan?" Mr Robertson shot back, "She would look better with a noose around her neck." In a statement today, Mr Robertson voiced regret over the inappropriate and offensive post. "I apologize unreservedly for making this highly inappropriate and offensive comment over the weekend, which I have now deleted. I also apologize to Mr Lavery for having caused embarrassment to his office," he said. A spokeswoman for Mr Lavery said, "This comment is wholly unacceptable. All those working for the Labour Party or for members of Parliament have a particular responsibility to ensure the highest possible standards of behaviour, and this has been reiterated to all of Mr Lavery's staff." Commenting on a photo of Mrs May, Mr Robertson posted on Facebook, "She would look better with a noose around her neck." A spokeswoman for Mr Lavery, pictured, said that the comment was wholly unacceptable. Deputy Chairman James cleverly said, "These are disgusting comments from someone who works for the chairman of the Labour Party." When Jeremy Corbyn was elected Labour leader, he promised a kinder politics. Once again we see violent language towards conservative women from the very top of the Labour Party. It shows they do not take that pledge seriously. Jeremy Corbyn should take immediate action to ensure those who do and say things which have no place in public life do not find a home within Labour. David Lewis told party officials he is a woman from when his alarm goes off at 6:50 a.m. until midnight each Wednesday. A male Labour activist has been suspended after claiming to be a woman 1 day a week in order to stand for a party equalities job. David Lewis told party officials he self-defined as a woman from when his alarm goes off at 6:50 a.m. until midnight each Wednesday, insisting, "If I say I'm a woman, I'm a woman." The stunt was intended to highlight flaws in Labour's rules on who could bid to be a women's officer, but the party has responded by suspending Mr Lewis for subverting the process. A Labour spokeswoman said, "The Labour Party is committed to upholding the principle of affirmative action for women. Anyone attempting to breach Labour Party rules and subvert the intention of all women shortlists, women's officers or minimum quotas for women will be dealt with via our established safeguards, selection procedures and disciplinary measures." The Labour rules are intended to protect the right of trans members who have not legally changed gender, but have been criticised by some feminist activists for undermining women. Mr Lewis had told his Basingstoke constituency party he was standing for the local women's officer role to highlight the problems. He said he wanted to inform the constituency Labour Party, and maybe some other people, about what this policy means, about what happens when you say that someone's gender depends only on what they say and nothing else. Mr Lewis added, "Anyone else's criticism or questions about my gender identity are just not relevant to the Labour Party at the moment, given the current policy. If I say I'm a woman, I'm a woman.